person doing the last time this time will be David for the first time. Hooray. Go to it, David.
Well, last time, had a bit of downtime while we were waiting to go with Razzo on an adventure to infiltrate some stuff. So our heroes went, did some shopping. Locke got some new armor. Hopefully he won't die. And also, some fool thought he could shake down silver for money. Also didn't go great. Turned out badly for him. And then, our buddy Locke discovered, at a shop called the Green Order, he discovered that there was a figure from his past, not a close friend, but someone of some significance, causing a bit of trouble for one of the locals. So he's got to look into that. But for right now it's time to follow Razzo on our infiltration mission and see if we can't restore the proper mayor of this town.
Yes.
Yay!
Hooray. And Silver also had a brief skirmish with a Blingling toddler. That was fun.
That did happen. And Cad, of course, went to a temple to learn more about the Loxodons and whatnot. Specifically of Ebon.
Briefly before you guys went into the small tunnel itself that led to what was described as a secret entrance to Razzo's mansion, he also made use of Pass Without a Trace, giving everyone a +10 to their stealth check, and we rolled some fantastic stealth checks. It's great. Except for Bjorn, but that's fine. Thanks to the +10, the lowest stealth in the group was a 15. You guys make your way into the secret tunnel and past 35. Razzo and Xiong just outright disappear into the shadows. And
No, that's not spooky at all.
so Razzo gave you guys this tunnel, and you guys hear him sort of disembodied voice because you don't know precisely where he is now just we follow this tunnel to the end, and there will be a secret entrance to a storage room within my old mansion, and here's hoping that my usurper has not left any unwarranted traps within the vicinity. And he is going to let you guys go first, as best as you can tell, because he is invisible mostly.
Locke is parking himself up behind Bjorn so that a person with an armor class can go first.
Yeah, Bjorn will lead the way.
Alright.
It's mostly just
Cat will go second.
Yep. It's mostly just a straight shot anyway.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I am going to have your invisible rogue roll investigation, which she is not good at, to see if she can find traps in here.
Uh-oh.
I sit there and say, maybe we should look for traps.
Can Locke assist with that?
You can totally
Give her
assist.
advantage.
And don't forget to roll an investigation for Kadruil checking the hay bale chest.
Yes. So
Because I can't do that.
what is your investigation, Locke?
My investigation is +1.
Well, this is why I mentioned that Xiong is horrible at investigation. Which one is her investigation? Yeah, okay, that's why. Because she actually has proficiency in intelligence. That's why. She actually has a 0 on her investigation. So
Nice.
she'll give you advantage because that's a little better.
Okay. Not by a whole lot, but alright. Natural 20.
Dun, dun.
Okay.
First
You see
actual
everything.
roll of-
Anyone want to give Cad assistance at the chest? Or is he just going to investigate it himself? Or is he... Actually, what is Cad doing with the chest? Is he going to take a look at it, or is he just going to open it?
I also think Bjorn was going over there, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm standing by it.
Okay.
And look,
What does the chest look like?
It is a very... It actually looks like a fairly ornate and expensive-looking chest. It totally does not fit the sort of drab location that it is in. It was obviously placed here intentionally.
Not so much a mindset for pilfering, so much as a mindset for curiosity. Why is this randomly in this cave? I would go up to it and sort of peek inside just to see what was in it, mainly for curiosity.
Okay.
Yep.
Before we get to that, what about my investigation of natural 20? What do I see?
Yes. So, Locke, with your natural 20 investigation, you're sort of looking around with Yang, and you see that there are relatively small little pinpoint holes in the side of the cave, located along the walls, like from here to here.
I will
Got
call
about-
that out. Oh.
It's about a 15-foot space of little pinprick holes.
We've got holes in the walls. I'm assuming don't. Be mindful. Don't step on anything that looks like it might be a plate.
And then, Bjorn, are you near Cad as he tries to open said chest?
I am indeed.
Okay. Are you going to stop him from the obvious checking of chest, or you just... You said that Cad was basically going to try to open it.
Yeah. Cad would be curious why the chest is in this cave, since it looks ornate and sort of out of place. So I imagine that I'm sort of lifting on the lid around the time that Locke's like, don't step on any pressure plates. And if I'm able to open the chest and it's not locked, I look over my shoulder at him like, should be okay to look in this though, right? As I'm opening it.
Assuming,
I would
yeah.
draw my sword.
So you go to open up the chest is locked.
Okay. I wouldn't, because it was all curiosity thing, I wouldn't necessarily be like trying to bash it open or pick it or whatever. That's more roguish than Kadruil would care to be. Satisfied curiosity. Why is this weird thing here? Doesn't make sense. It's locked. Oh well.
Well, Bjorn is going to like sort of put his ear against the chest and sort of knock on it, see if it sounds like it's really full or hollow, or see if he can get an idea for what's in it.
And it's a mimic, and you woke it up. Roll initiative.
Oh no.
The mimic shouldn't have eaten you.
Hopefully not.
So, that's interesting. Specifically, do you knock?
You're not allowed to take my idea.
Specifically, are you going to knock towards the bottom of the chest or towards the top?
More on the top.
Okay. It sounds like there could be something in it. It sounds kind of hollow-ish.
But not totally empty.
Yeah, but not totally empty. There's obviously something in it.
Hey, well, friends, who here knows how to pick a lock?
I
Two of
can
us.
do
I point at the warlock.
And I will in turn... I will turn to point at Yang, realize I have no idea where the fuck she is, and say, Yang, you want to get on that?
Well, look,
Sure.
friend, you've been hiding behind me. You might as well pay rent.
What?
You've been hiding behind me since we entered this tunnel.
Yeah, but I pointed at the holes in the walls. I saw those.
This is true.
So we want to be careful then.
Just-
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, let's just send Yang to the chest.
And then
Very well.
Razzo sort of speaks up out his own disembodied voice. He goes, Wait. I know that chest. Okay,
Oh.
unfortunately, my best thieves' tools are not in my possession right now. I can get it. And I would recommend that everybody step back.
Well, the man should know.
We all go the direction he's pointing that we can't see.
I will go shield block.
Yang will step over here, and she will, though most of you can't see her at the moment because high stealth, she will pass over her thieves' tools to Razzo. And Razzo will sort of make his presence known close to you, where you guys are, and he will sort of take the thieves' tools that Yang gives him and is like, you don't have anything but, well, I guess you make do with what you got. And he tosses them up into the air, standing where he is. A very familiar mage hand catches the thieves' tools, and then they wander over to pick the lock on the chest.
Elaborate.
Interesting.
And he will make do with that. Let me get the specifics of his stats on that. I should have had his stat page open, but I did not because I am not smart. He does have pretty high in that, actually. So, yeah. Thieves' tools, check, go. Whoosh. Boom. Okay.
I'm sorry, does he have a plus 15?
Yes, he does.
Not bad, not bad.
And he will very simply, and the chest comes open, and the hand, floating mage hand, comes back to Yong and places her thieves' tools back in her hand, and Yong just sort of like mouth agape, like okay. Hey Silver, Locke, can you do that? You know, you have mage hand too. Can you do that?
Theoretically, yes. I just never really thought to do it. I didn't think Mage Hand could be that dexterous.
Razzo sort of smiles and goes, "Yours can't, but mine can," and the hand disappears.
You... I'm just gonna go over to the chest now and look inside.
Wait. Your body
That is both a true statement and a taunt, because Razzo's mean like that.
I figured. What's in the box?
Alright. Inside the box, Locke, who
Please tell me the potion of humbling.
No. Looking inside the box, you see that there is... It's sort of like that... the concept of like a piece of jewelry or something very fancy that has the sort of almost velvet pattern or padding to it, and placed rather carefully inside the box is what appears to be a unique set of goggles or glasses. They kind of have this appearance to them like that of an owl or some other kind of bird.
Ooh.
And they're these fancy looking goggles. They almost look like a alchemist style goggles, or the kind of goggles to protect you from weather and other such things. But they do have features about them that are reminiscent of birds or owls. It's very pretty.
I'm gonna
Cool looking.
Hey, so I can put Locke on my back and I can get a scroll of haste and we can go really fast through the snow and he doesn't hurt his eyes.
I'm gonna cast detect magic because I can do that just freely.
Yeah, they are indeed magical. I don't necessarily know what would be the appropriate spell school for this, so I'm just going to give you the insight of what they actually do.
Okay.
These are known as goggles of the night. They give the person wearing the goggles dark vision, 60 feet.
Oh boy. Well, I can already see in the dark, so I'm gonna look at Bjorn, who is apparently right next to me, like, "Hey, you want to see in the dark?"
That sounds like it would be amazing.
I hand him the goggles.
Isn't it dark right now?
It actually is fairly dark down here, but there is still a bit of light from like moonlight and stuff, since you're not super deep into the cave just yet. Because by all technicality, there would be more to this cave than what I have on the screen here.
Right. There's the entrance as well. Yeah.
So
I will gladly equip these goggles before we go any deeper.
And now, Bjorn, you
Wait,
haven't
They
put on...
need to be attuned? Do they need to be attuned?
Nope.
Okay.
They're just like bows. You just slap them on.
So Bjorn, you putting on the
You
goggles...
look like a nerd.
You putting on the goggles, you can now see further into the cave as if it was not actually dark. Although, like true standard dark vision normally is, when you're in the absence of light, dark vision is sort of black and white. You don't have your colors. But, you can see. Yeah, you have your goggles, and Locke, because you got the natural 20 perception thing, when you come down here and you're looking into the chest, you see that there is a what appears to be some sort of tripwire that's affixed to the chest itself. But that tripwire was not hit rather expertly due to the 24 roll that Mr. Razzo did.
I will point that at.
So, and then Razzo's like, so that's probably your trigger for whatever is over there. And he indicates the holes that you found earlier.
Right. Okay. So don't touch that.
Bjorn will step gingerly away from the chest.
Is there anything else of interest in this room?
As it stands, from what you can tell at the current moment, there is not really all that big interest in this room. Although, there is a weird, like, it almost looks like it doesn't seem like it fits this room, similar to the chest, although for a different reason. It's a very plain, like, woven basket sitting in the corner over here.
What kind of basket? Woven basket?
It looks like the kinds of baskets that Cad's seen previously.
That's why I was asking that.
Yep.
Is that what the stack of paper was in, or is this something different?
It is in fact what the stack of paper is in. As if the nicely woven basket is serving as a waste basket for all of the papers.
That's a shame. Those are really cool backpacks.
You say that, but when you get a closer look at the basket, you see that it doesn't actually have the straps to serve as a backpack.
No. What a nice waste can.
Pretty much.
Alright.
And, yeah. This would be the point when, if anyone was curious and looked into the basket to try to look at the papers, they would see wanted posters. Which, being of the curious nature of Cad, and there's no really strong indicate of danger at the moment, he might be looking at the papers and he will see the very thing. Mm-hmm.
It makes sense that he would probably be looking at it, especially since I identified it as something similar to what I'd just seen. So,
yep.
If you want or need, you can roll appropriately.
I don't think it would be an investigation roll for you to, look at the papers to see exactly what they are. And you see that they are all finely crafted parchment paper, similar to the parchment that you get for your, nice letters and things. And all of them are wanted posters for silver. And all of them look identical. Like, identical.
Hey, Silver.
What?
And I sort of extend an arm out with one to hand it to her.
What is this?
This is you.
I'm really getting tired of this. She just crumples it up and tosses it behind her.
I thought you were going to say you got tired, you crumple it and throw it back in the basket. It is a trash can.
Well, how do you know it's a trash can? It could just be something to hold the papers in.
Are the papers crumpled?
Yep.
Oh.
It's a trash can.
Okay.
Why is there a trash can with a bunch of wanted posters of silver in it is what I want to know.
A lot of people gave up.
That is
Yeah, but why would they be down here?
Yeah, the location is what's bothering me.
Hey, Razzo, do you have any insight into this? I sort of hold one up and sort of face it in random directions, so wherever he actually is, maybe he can see it.
Eventually you point it up.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, that's a little odd. I don't have any idea what that's about at all.
Can I insight?
You can.
Can you insight?
Yeah. Give me just a minute here. Give me. Let's see. Okay.
By the way, just a heads up, I am currently turning into my drive, so in a minute or two, I'll actually be able to pull it up.
Right. And anyone else that wants to try to insight is free to do so, not just Cad.
I will do so.
Yeah.
Cad rolled a natural 1. He knows nothing.
Let me see here.
Seems good to me.
Locke
I'm
did too.
pretty insightful.
Ooh, nice, Bjorn with a 23.
I also rolled a natural 1.
Uh-huh.
I am bothered.
I will give
Yep.
a insight roll to Young, because what fun is it to not have everybody roll insight if they want to. Okay. So with 23 from Bjorn, Silver, you want to roll insight or nah?
Sure. Make this a team effort.
Indeed. So yeah, highest was the 23 from Bjorn. Bjorn, you get the sense that he doesn't really have an understanding of how it got here specifically, but perhaps he knows like why it exists, but he's not saying. He knows more about it than what he initially said of, I have no idea what that is, or I have no idea.
Half-truths.
Yeah. You get the idea that it is very much a sort of a half-truth.
Half-truth. Alright. Let me see here. I'm gonna sort of like side-eye the general direction his voice came from. Are you sure you're telling us everything you know?
Razzo's just sort of, I have no idea how it got here. That is what is important. Locke did say that the thing that was he struck him as odd is the fact that it was here. Aside from that, though, the spell that I cast earlier is only lasts an hour. So let's make do with what we need to do, shall we?
Right.
Well, I would say I'm going to keep my eye on him as we proceed, but I don't think I can.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go.
Just keep your eyes on everything.
Yeah.
Just keep your eyes. Just keep your eyes.
I would hope he would be able to keep his eyes. That would be painful.
Otherwise, the goggles, they do nothing.
Yeah, really. So, with that, he will lead you further into the tunnel and on down, and there's not really anything of worth note as you pass on through, and you go another maybe 30-40 feet past the end of the map down here, and all the way at the back at the end there is what appears to be a normal sized wooden doorway that leads into just solid wall, and yeah, you have a door. Now, to get here, when you initially came into this tunnel, it was sort of a inclined down into a cliff and very much looked like it went underground, but it was an open space. It was just obscured and hidden by bushes. But when you get to the end of the tunnel, you have solid wall and door. Very much indicating as if this was meant to be sort of a group escape tunnel or something of the persuasion.
I will.
Are we escaping in, or... That's weird.
Alright, so Razzo sort of comes back out more apparently next to the door, and he's... Alright, so we do want to remain vigilant and careful and go through this doorway, one at a time so as not to cause too much noise. We've done fairly well so far. I don't think anyone's noticed us, which is good. So, yeah. Which one of you, he sort of looks towards Silver, Bjorn, and Cad. He's like, which one of you more warrior types want to go first?
Do I get to kick the door?
That would be too...
How dark is it?
It is fairly dark down here, yes.
Unfortunately, I think I will go second.
I will guard the rear of the group then.
So I guess you're going first. I would not recommend kicking the door, as that would not be smart. You would make too much noise. Silver, you have door, and you are in front.
I'm going to check to see if it's locked.
It actually opens up fairly easily. It's not locked.
This is not concerning at all. Everything is fine.
Do you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and she's going to stealth in.
Okay. Roll for me stealth. So 20, because you still have Pass Without a Trace.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So you will make your way inside. You have a sort of a staircase that leads up, and at the top of the staircase is a ladder, and high up is a trapdoor.
Oh, that's not a safety hazard at all. What if you slip on that ladder? You go rolling down the stairs, you might break a neck.
Mm-hmm. You have a narrow hallway. Does everybody come in behind Silver in your single file order?
Yes, but
Sure.
She doesn't go in very far, she just goes into the door and stands there.
Then I bump into her as we stop moving.
But first thing,
Space.
the first thing I want to do before Bjorn goes through, I'm gonna have Locke sort of hang back by the door until Bjorn goes through, and as he's going through, I'm gonna have Locke sort of pat him on the shoulder and cast invisibility on him.
So Bjorn just disappears?
I'm helping Bjorn be stealthier.
Bjorn grins with great pleasure and gives Locke a thumbs up.
That he can't see.
Right.
Because you're invisible.
I'm aware.
Alright. So, Silver, you go into this narrow hallway, and basically all you have is it's like a little cubby, and there is an area off to the side that has like a placement for bedding or something like that. Maybe somebody could hide out down here, but it would be a very small and cramped space for a lot of people. And then you have the ladder that heads up, and yeah. Do you make your way up?
Sure.
Alright. The trapdoor you get to is also not locked and sort of creaks slightly, or softly.
Can I just open it up a little bit so I can actually see in the room?
Looking through the doorway into the trapdoor, you see that you appear to be in some sort of maybe storage room. It oddly kind of reminds you of a pantry. There's like storages and food and rations and barrels and things like that. You get the distinct sense of a like the large wine barrels and wine casings and things. And if you was to, are you just looking, or are you going to step into the room? There doesn't appear to be anybody in here.
She's just looking at the moment, see if she sees anything.
Roll
So
perception.
like no guards or anything?
Roll perception.
18.
Okay. So you wait, 18 you said?
Yes.
Oh. Alright. So as you sort of look into the doorway, you see that there is you don't see anything, but you hear it. There is in the far corner of the room, like opposite to the doorway, there is the sound of, sounds like breathing or snoring maybe, but there's nothing there. You don't see anything there.
She's going to slowly open the door more, or the trapdoor more, and still try to be as quiet as she can.
The trapdoor goes.
Because she's opening it
Real
slowly,
fast.
and because she's opening it slowly, and she rolled a 20 for your plus 10 stealth, you do actually open it fairly slowly and confidently, and you can make your way out into the room. Yay, map. Boop.
Oh shit.
It's sort of slow to load, you'll have to forgive me.
So, this is the doorway right here?
That is a doorway to get out of the room. The trap door is actually would be on a spot located just under where you're standing.
Where is the snoring coming from?
Corner over here.
Take a She's going to step up to here. Do I see anything yet?
Nope.
Just going to take one more step. Anything?
Nope. Still hear it though, it's louder now.
I take one more step. Roll initiative.
No. She's just gonna sit there and wait for the others to come up.
Okay. So just behind Silver was Cat, I believe.
Yep.
Alright. And it is a dark tunnel, and Silver just made her way forward, so you're basically just following her. Because you cannot see.
Sounds right.
Alright. So you find your way to ladder and trapdoor. Ladder, and then you climb up, and then bunk on wood instead of dirt, and then you have door. Unless you were more careful than that. I would assume you might be.
What, me going up the ladder?
Yeah.
What was my stealth?
And you would roll another one now because you're in a slightly different location and having to be more precise because you're in the dark more now. Are you at your computer where you can do so? Or you want me to?
So, 32?
Yes, 32.
So I imagine I would not randomly kathunk random things.
Yes, you would be much better at that, and you sort of creak and ease your way into the doorway and out into the room. The room is...
Am I so stealthy that I can see the invisible people now? Is that how that works?
No, that's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So you sort of ease your way in, and you see Silver in the room. This room is not in complete and total darkness. It is somewhat lit. Actually, oddly enough, it's lit by a candle that's located about right here. Just a lone lit random candle. Yeah, you see Silver a little ways down and a doorway over here. Roll perception, Cat.
See and smell 17.
Yep. So you hear the glimpses of the same thing that Silver was hearing that sounds like almost snoring, and you know precisely that the casings over here that look like wine barrels are indeed wine and alcohol because smell. Bjorn was right behind Cat, I believe.
Yeah.
And you are now invisible.
I am indeed.
Alright. And you have the goggles so you can see.
Mm-hmm.
So roll for me stealth at advantage because invisible.
Alright. Don't at advantage. Where'd you go, buddy? There you are. At advantage. Submit.
24.
Nice.
Alright. So you make your way in, and you see the same sort of setup that everyone else is. A sort of small pantry style room, doorway over here. Silver is just sort of sitting, looking in a corner. Roll perception.
Come back here. Stay beyond. Alright. That I assume will not be an advantage.
Nope.
Roll normal.
17. You hear the snoring as well from this corner over here.
I will quietly ready my weapon, but not do anything with it yet.
Right. Young, were you behind, or Locke was behind Bjorn.
Yes.
So, fourth verse, same as the first three. Stealth, and then perception. When you get in here.
Alright. Give me just a moment.
Uh-oh.
So 16.
Okay. Right. Because you don't normally get critical fails or successful skill checks, right? Okay.
Yep, that is a thing. That's how that works. Okay. So, as Locke comes in, he sort of... Locke, you sort of misstep just a little bit, but the shadows sort of... The shadows of, like, the way that the Pass Without a Trace helped you out sort of helps you from making too much noise, sort of muffles the sound a little bit. But Silver, you are closer to this person that was snoring, and you hear the distinct sound of somebody that was awakened from slumber. Huh? What? What? Although that line is somewhat whispered, though you are right there. So you can hear it. And then silence.
Just gonna sit there and make a motion to go to the door.
Okay. So, with that in mind, are you going? You're going to make your motion to go to the door.
Yeshta just like slowly raises a hand and then points to the door. That's off to her side.
Are you staring into that corner?
Yeah, I'm still staring straight ahead.
So I unfortunately don't have a token for him, but out of invisibility comes a little, most of them are because they don't live for very long, a young goblin male with a crossbow, and he will make an attempt to fire it at you, but he's sort of disheveled a little. Because he wasn't expecting you to actually see him. He also wasn't expecting someone to come this early into the night and caught him, sort of napping.
Well, I'm mainly blocking his way out towards the others.
So
This
is
is
this
true.
the part where we roll initiative?
Yeah. Although it'd probably be a very short initiative.
Probably.
Oh, Jesus. Why?
Wow, the dice hate us today.
Can I select myself successfully?
I forgot to click my token first. 18.
Young sort of makes her way out of the tunnel, close to last, and she sort of sees little goblin appear as he shoots at Silver. He did not get a surprise round, so unfortunately his attack is going to go off much later because he's a little disheveled. And Young is like, are we fighting him?
He says that Silver is just sitting there pointing towards the door.
Yeah, and he fired at her. He fumbled with his crossbow to be ready to fire at her. So Young and Oak both are going to spend their turn slightly confused because that's easier. Gad.
Well, Kadruil 2 is very skilled at standing around being confused.
Yep. High rolls for the initiative order, everyone, and all three of them did nothing, but that's fine.
I guess that Kadruil would be looking up at the arrow that he randomly shot in the ceiling, trying to ready his crossbow, like, in the moment.
Yeah, that's true.
Why did he shoot the ceiling? What's going on? That's my turn.
Bjorn, what are you going to do?
Bjorn feels like he should do once he realizes that everyone is just kind of watching this goblin. It's like, alright then. And he's going to go over and he's going to stab it.
And he gets
Okay.
past me.
He just climbs across the boxes, knocks a few over. Pardon me, stab.
Can I get to where the goblin is without having to stand in silver space? Like you can pass through friendly squares in 5th edition, yes?
I mean, you
Pretty
can,
sure. Yeah.
or either way, you could totally get to him. It just would technically count as difficult terrain going through a friend's space or going over boxes. So you can kind of get there.
Okay. And that's what I would like to do. If I could do it without making a at least.
I got you over there. That's fine.
Beautiful, thank you. And I assume that I would get advantage on my attack since I'm still invisible.
True.
I don't think that's what that does. As a
Well,
condition.
I'm sure it's not built in as part of the spell, but it would make sense to me that it would work that way.
He wouldn't see it coming. It makes sense.
Fair enough.
yeah, he wouldn't be. He's not aware of your presence because you rolled a decent high stealth. So yeah, you have advantage.
An invisible rogue would get sneak attack, wouldn't they?
Right.
So,
Alright.
makes
26 is most definitely a hit.
Yes. Which means to roll damage.
1.
Where's it go?
You click on the long sword of warning thing
In the chat.
in the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
You're fine.
There you go.
11. Okay.
It was 1-1.
All right. There we go. All right. So block.
Hold on. He's still alive?
Do you have to attack? Oh yeah, you
I
do.
do. So let's.
This one would not be an advantage because now he's easier because you
Yeah.
you drop invisibility as soon as you attack.
Yeah.
Is that true? Let me double check the condition on that.
It is. I read it.
Yeah, the moment you make an attack, it has to be like a greater invisibility or something.
15 will hit as well, although barely.
It's not as impressive a hit, but
Alright. And it is to you, Locke.
Okay. Well, seeing Bjorn just kind of appear with his sword embedded in the goblin's chest and then stab him again and be like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this. And I'm going to pop him with a couple shots of my Eldritch Blast. If possible, I will try to aim for non-lethal on this.
Are you going to move from where you're currently standing to do that?
I would like to move to where I have a shot, so I can actually shoot without accidentally blowing up people's heads.
Climb on my shoulders.
I don't know if we have the headspace for that. But
How tall are you, Cad? Like, just over 6.5 feet or something? Close to 7? Because elephant?
Probably 6.5.
he's
tall are
about
you?
Darman height.
How tall are you, Locke?
I am a runt. I am 5
4
feet 4 inches.
Okay. So yeah, there's not quite headspace. The ceiling here is just shy of like 8 feet. So no.
Do I have clearance to declare non-lethal on these Eldritch Blasts?
Sure.
Okay. Let's do this thing here. So, first Eldritch Blast. 14.
14 will not hit him. His AC was actually 15.
Fuck. Second blast.
Nope.
Sorry, Bjorn.
Oh, actually,
Does it ricochet off of his arrow in the ceiling?
actually, Bjorn, roll me dexterity.
Sorry, Bjorn.
if you blow me up, I swear.
Sorry, Bjorn.
Take an Eldritch Blast.
This is a saving throw or just a straight roll?
Dexterity saving throw.
+4 because silver.
True. Okay, that was strength, but that's fine.
Oh, Jesus.
That would be more than enough regardless of what it actually was. So yeah. The Eldritch Blast launches off and sort of gets off kilter a little bit and just sort of slams at the wall just above your, at the wall for right here, just above your head, Bjorn. You kind of duck almost. It almost singes one of your antlers on your helmet, but other than you, you're fine.
It almost singes my helmet. I'm giving Locke a dirty look.
Sorry.
Bjorn is
So, little goblin dude, seeing big, heavy-looking armor person in his face, he's just gonna sort of see how he fumbled with the crossbow, launched an arrow into the air, didn't do anything with it, and well, his surprise round was ruined. He tosses the crossbow to the side and he just tries to shank Bjorn with a dagger.
Take 1d1 -1, minimum 1.
okay.
Ah!
27.
Yeah, no, he got me.
And that's also the damage.
I
6.
hope not. 6 damage?
Yep.
I can survive 6 points of damage.
And now we have a silver.
No one listens in this group.
Hmm?
This is kind of our charm, isn't it?
For everyone's turn, she's been standing there pointing at the door.
Yes.
I know.
And just be like, what are you guys? Oh my god. Yeah, 23.
Yep.
Yeah, 12.
Okay.
Is he dead yet?
No, but he's very bloody.
Oh, fine, he's gonna die. Ah, shit.
Nope, not with that he won't.
Never mind.
Um,
I was gonna sit there and cry for help.
well,
Or
if
just
he
cry.
If he had a turn, he would. So. Do.
Ba-da-ba-da.
Boop. That'll hit. Okay, so Silver smacks, Silver misses, and sort of slightly bounces her blade off the edge of the barrel that he was sort of standing in front of. And then as soon as she misses him, there's a tun 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 over the top of the barrels. It's a very acrobatic yawn, just sort of bonk, pops him on the head with the like knuckles of her gauntlet, and he just the goblin just crumples to the floor. He's not dead. He's just knocked out and bleeding. But other than that, he's fine.
No
He's
acrobatics check? Wow.
Well, she didn't she's actually short, so she can stand on top of the barrels without a problem.
Okay.
She just sort of ran up on top of him. Actually, you know what? Fine. I'll give her acrobatics to see how graceful and cool this looks.
If it fails, then the 15 is her attack roll of falling on him for 9 piercing.
17, nope.
Okay, thank you.
So she just we still have rope. Do we want to tie him up, or do we want to just leave him here? What's the plan here?
Bag of colding. No, wait, don't.
No.
It would keep him from bleeding out.
It would also
I
freeze him
am
to
going
death.
to have Locke. I'm going to have Locke belatedly. Now realizing that. Oh shit! I'm gonna have him go over and. Does the door have a keyhole?
The door does in fact have a keyhole.
Can I look through it?
Roll perception.
12.
This is interesting. Excluding the donuts, when was the last time that Locke ate something that was rather scrumptious? Like, actually good?
Not counting donuts?
Fish feast on boat?
Probably.
So a good while then. When you look through the little peephole for the keyhole the little keyhole, you find that on the room next door there is a kitchen, and your eyes are immediately drawn to the remains of a large roast, like full-on boar roast, that is sitting on the table in the kitchen. There's no one there, but the leftovers of the food of the roast are sitting on the table.
Alright, then I'll look back to everyone else. Got a kitchen here, and I'll check the door for traps, since I'm here. Right, 14 to look for traps on the door?
Technically to look for traps on the door it would be investigation, but that's fine.
My bonus is the same, so a 14 anyway.
Yeah. Door doesn't seem to be trapped. Door does seem to be locked, though.
Alright, I'm a pull a yong, and I'm gonna thieves' tools this bitch.
Okay.
I'm going to stab the goblin.
What?
You're just gonna coup de grace the goblin?
Yeah, she's just going to poke it with her sword.
That's just rude.
Okay, yeah. You have goblin shish kebab. Good job.
I do 6 damage plus 5 fire. Are you okay down there? Poke, poke.
Yeah, I don't think it's a poke, but yeah, the door does the door opens up. You sort of pick the lock fairly easily. It was a very simple lock.
Oh, good. Locke has picked the lock.
Hooray!
Yeah, da 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 da.
You now have a kitchen.
Yay.
There's a pig.
There is. That's why I said there's a boar roast.
And you can be a big pig too. Oh!
Yeah, that. It's fine.
Bjorn,
Turn order's done. Does Bjorn want to search the now dead and shish kebab goblin, or is Silver doing that?
searching the food in the kitchen to see what looks good.
All right. Roll you got a 6 in investigation. Yeah. Yep. Other than a very plain looking simple key, the goblin has nothing of importance on him that you can see.
Okay.
Actually, roll another investigation. We'll call it advantage. Yang is helping you.
Oh.
It would make sense for her to do that. I just didn't think about it. Okay, then yeah. There's nothing really of interest on him. So Bjorn, you're going to the food.
Yes.
Roll investigation for food.
That's my favorite kind of investigation.
Or, you can just eat the food.
Could, but I gotta make sure I'm eating the one that looks the best.
Yeah, pretty much. Bjorn is just getting all the good rolls tonight.
Bjorn notices there is food in the kitchen.
He definitely does.
So yeah, this wild boar roast, it is very much the kind of boars that you would remember hunting for back when you would sort of hunt out, because you did, you were hunter-gatherer kind of thing back when were working with your tribe in years past. This is most definitely a boar that is from Iban, obviously. Although this particular boar looks like the ones that would be from further west than here. So perhaps imported boar, because fancy. But yeah, it looks to be fairly safe, and there's not a whole lot of it really left. But
Well, I will take some of what is left,
No.
wrap it up, and place it in my pack. And yes, I will definitely sample it while I'm working on this.
I don't know if you would want to put meat that would rot in your own bag. You might want to put that in a bag of colding.
Well,
What have I
he's
missed?
sampling it. Let's see if he gets poisoned.
Yeah.
He's eating
He's
the meat.
eating the leftovers of questionable origin, +2.
We are on a... Okay.
Oh, we're on a mission.
A mission to feed Bjorn before he turns cannibal and eats us all for the fun of it.
Alright, so as if it was deemed necessary, Bjorn, roll me Constitution save.
He's outside of her aura, pointing out.
Yep.
He has his own, that's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like +3 or something.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. Mr. Iron Stomach, you're fine.
Yeah.
this meat's wretched. Goes back for seconds.
Actually,
Well,
quite tasty.
You do see a doorway down here.
I'll point it out to the others while I am enjoying my meal.
So I'm assuming Locke went into the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm just kind of watching Bjorn now with the raised eyebrow and crushed. I'm like, dude.
I haven't gone to eat a boar in ages. It's my favorite.
All right, fair enough, I guess. But Young, you want to check that other door?
Yeah, I got it. So Yang will check the door, and she just sort of gets out her thieves' tools, starts to fiddle with it, and then and the door opens up just fine.
Yee.
She sort of looks back at everyone at Bjorn, everyone coming into the room, and she's, why do I feel like this is getting to be entirely too easy?
Was it even
Because it
locked?
probably is.
We've only
Was
just
it
gotten
locked?
started. So.
Nope, it wasn't locked. And she opens up the doorway to reveal what is most reasonably a dining room, complete with its own little mini library. Boop. Young will sort of step to the side of the doorway and if anyone else wants to go first, or I can. I mean, everything seems to be fairly safe around here. I mean, we might have been able to get something out of the goblin if we didn't have silver shish kebab it, but you know.
Oh yeah, sit there and have a goblin start screaming for help.
Good point. Alright.
There's this thing called gags, but all right.
Well, I'm not going to finish this sentence. Are you done eating, Bjorn?
Yes. I am quite...
Okay, lead the way.
All right. Bjorn will proceed through the door
Alright.
and see what...
Roll perception, Bjorn.
Perception is red.
Ooh.
Oh, well, you said red, so...
Oh, shit.
Bjorn enters and he's like, have you seen this room? Yeah, we're in it.
Have you seen this room? It exists.
There are chairs and
Yes.
tables. It's
Alright,
just-
so
I'm peeking through the doorway. Do I see anything?
perception.
See and smell 19.
The food back there still smells good, by the way. It doesn't seem like it would necessarily be old or rancid per se. It was just leftovers from a meal that was maybe made and prepared more exquisitely, maybe 3 or 4 hours ago. Like, it was tonight's dinner in the house, basically. So you make your way inside here, and with your perception of 19, Mr. Elephant, this is a dining room, and these are books. There's a doorway over here, and because it's dim light, but it is ever so subtly glowing. You do see a magic circle of some persuasion that is over here in this corner.
Ooh.
Can I make my way to the bookshelves?
Sure.
First is food, now it's books.
I would like to Arcana check the magic circle.
Okay. Roll Arcana.
And I'd like to see if any books stand out to my eye.
Roll investigation for books.
20, not natural.
So, with your 20 Arcana of this magic circle over here, you see that it is, so whenever one would cast and make use of magic circle, you had to use it in a specific place so many times to sort of lock that in as a location that you can get back to. This seems to be a carving and a roomed up area to be designated as a place to teleport back to, but it's not complete. It also appears to be that the person who made the circle, and part of the reason why it's not complete, is the person who made the circle isn't exactly good at it. There's a bit of failure to the circle with a high enough Arcana of 20. Yeah, if this is supposed to be a teleportation circle, this is missing pieces of the sort of like mathematics, and it's as if it's a person who knows how the science works but doesn't do the science correctly. Would be a magic teleportation circle had it been more properly made and or used more. Now, Cad, with your investigation of 22, you see there's actually something fairly interesting to you in amongst these books.
Their ledger?
They're some of you're sort of looking through them, and you see the names on the spines of the books. Some of them appear to be written in Loxodon.
That's really strange. Can I roll insight on the bookshelf?
I don't know what
I'm
you
joking.
get from that, but yeah. Anyway, and you sort of look through the books, and some of them are written in Loxodon, some of them are in Common, some of them are in languages that you don't know because those are the only two you do know, and you get the feeling that there might be more to this bookshelf with your 22 investigation, but you're not quite sure what. Unless you went to
By
start...
the way, where's Razzo?
You guys do not see him. Once you guys went into the doorway, into the, sort of made it up into the trapdoor and into this room, he was nowhere to be found.
Do we still feel like supernaturally stealthy?
Yes.
So he's
So
got to
there
be
wasn't
fairly
from-
close.
Was he the one that cast Pass Without a Trace?
He
I believe
was.
so, yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that put it on you. Although, actually, since it was specifically Locke questioning if Razzo was still here, and Pass Without a Trace is a sort of an aura around Razzo himself, you sort of pick up on the origin of all those shadows that's helping keep everybody stealthy. Yeah, Cad going all the way to the bookshelf is probably just barely out of the scope of those shadows. And you see the origins for those shadows being about right here, but you see no Razzo.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah. What are we going to do from here then?
What kind of titles are in Loxodon?
Kama Sutra.
They
No.
seem to. They seem to be somewhere, but there's a few that speak of old Loxodon legends and tales. One of them does have a couple of the names that you had saw recently. Seems to be one of his adventures. Sort of an old folklore tale of some of his adventures. And other ones speak of like the monastery whatever the word would be for, in reference to monks' traditions.
Monastery.
I mean, it is monastery, but monastic, whatever.
Monastic.
Yeah, that. So, yeah, it seems to be someone whoever has these books and is making use of them is wanting to learn more about the tribe and the monks that you recently visited yourself.
I'm not super OCD about collecting other people's books, but can I, like, grab one or two of these?
Sure.
I have a bag of books. I could add it to it.
True. What you doing, Silver?
She's gonna go check to see if this door's unlocked.
That particular door is, in fact, unlocked.
She's gonna open it.
Okay, you have one of, if not the, largest room in this whole thing. Which is essentially a foyer of sorts. Boop. There we go. And yes, there is in fact a bear rug right there, although it's technically a polar bear rug.
She's gonna step in.
Yep.
And she's gonna go up to the bear rug.
Okay. What are you going to do with this bear rug?
Oh, she's going to kind of roll part of it over.
Investigation of the bear rug. It's a bear rug. Yeah. Cad, you can grab the books.
Yeah.
And yeah, you grab a hold of the books. You got a couple of books. And are you going to follow everyone into the foyer sort of area?
Yeah.
Alright. And as you make your way in here, oh, by the way, these are technically like columns to help keep the house supported and things of that nature. Because this house is fancy and a mansion and stuff, and these are obviously staircases. They just look like garbage. But anyway. So, you have what obviously would be the front entrance to the house. There are windows in this corner down here that indicate for you that you see the main properties of town. You have doorway up top between the stairs, doorway to your left, and then stairs. And then, after a moment, disembodied Razzo voice. If we want to make quick about this, my old broom was upstairs.
I have a question for you, Razzo.
Mm-hmm.
Why is there no guards? Except for that one lone goblin?
Don't ask me. He might have, I don't know, maybe my old betrayer was not so great with the guards, so some of them betray him. I don't know. I normally had lots of other people.
Well, if they betrayed him, then why is he still in power?
I meant, you know, he still has all the money, he still has all the wealth, and he's protecting everything, but maybe he's not as good with all the people around him as I am. How would I know?
I'm gonna insight check that shit.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Bjorn, too. He's already
9!
caught him half-truthing once.
He, as best as you guys can tell, he genuinely does not seem to know why there's no guards in here. He's under the impression that there should be much more guards, or at least something else going on around here to protect this place. But we have not encountered any of it.
That's a problem.
So there's 2 doors
Not
and
stairs.
stairs.
Not counting the doorway out, there are 2 doors and stairs.
So we're going to step on and over the rug.
So doorway to your left.
She's gonna open it.
That door's locked.
With her foot. Use your foot.
I have 1 permission to use my foot. Anyone else wants to second that?
Bjorn approved.
Sure, I guess. Go for it. I don't know.
As she's like winding up, getting ready to kick the smithereens out of the door, does Razzo say anything?
Nope.
The eyes have it.
Strength check then?
Yep.
Oh no.
It is a bland, simple wooden door. And now it is.
Oh yay.
And now it is cinder.
It's
or,
kind of
timber.
hanging off the inch.
Fancy things don't have to necessarily be strong.
Mm-hmm. And she goes into the room.
Okay. The next room over here is indeed a sort of meeting hall of sorts.
Oh look, more doors.
Yeah, more doors. Also,
One does not simply walk into more doors.
Also, there are indeed posters. Well, the remnants of somebody who has been working with ink and paper and other such things on this table. So, obviously, what was last used with this table was a lot of like ink wells and other such things, and drawing and writing and drawing. And you don't see a map of any kind. It's sort of like it would be a map or a war room, but there's no map on the table.
Hey, Silver, be careful. If you go north a room, there might be 28 people ready to surprise round. There's 28 chairs in the room.
Ha ha ha.
Ha 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 ha.
So
Is it-
there's nothing else on the table?
No. There are, like... Actually, roll investigation, Silver.
Nope, she doesn't care. She's gonna go over to the next door
Nope.
and try to open it.
Now, this door, from what you can tell, getting close to it, even with the crappy investigation earlier, this door strikes you as slightly different than the rest because it's, like, it actually looks like it would be much more solid and more, ornate. It doesn't fit in with the rest of the house at all, aside from, still being made of wood. And you attempt to open it, and it is locked.
Goes over to the next door and checks that one.
Oh, that door's not locked.
She opens it.
To me, but the way it's designed, I want to think sort of a bathroom or a latrine, because it kind of looks like one to me. Boop. Or something like one. I don't know what's up with the big weird, like, mirror or puddle or whatever, but for location,
Bathtub.
it makes...
Top down,
yeah.
it's a bathtub.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Basically a bathroom, latrine type thing. Washroom.
Goes over to back to the other door.
So you're over here at this more ornate door, and as you get to it, there is a very, like, gentle... Actually, no. It's not gentle at all. There is a present sort of tap on your shoulder, and Razzo's right beside you, and he's... Please don't destroy that door. This is normally my guest room. I don't know what he's using it for, but this was my guest room. For when I had...
Well, then
more...
open it.
I don't have the keys anymore. He does.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the last time you did? I believe you did something downstairs in the cave?
Okay, Missy. So, Young sort of makes her way into the room, and as she steps through the doorway to come inside, effortlessly, just the place on her pack where she keeps her thieves' tools just opens on its own. Thieves' tools grabbed, door unlocked.
Silver goes in.
I'm going to roll that right quick, but it shouldn't be hard. Boop. Yep. Boop. Yep. Actually, that first one would have been with advantage, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so, door. Reveal. It is indeed, as he described, a bedroom. Hooray, there's a bed there.
Great, so what hit me? What was the 15?
The 15s that I just rolled were his sleight of hand with Mage Hand to swipe Young's Thieves' Tools, and then Thieves' Tools to unlock the door.
Ah, okay.
So, you have a bedroom. There's no one in here currently. But
Why was this locked?
there is the bed itself does appear to be much more designed for someone of larger stature, ignore that it looks sort of elongated because this map was normally small. But yeah, it's for a medium-sized creature. Bed doesn't appear to be anyone in here. There is a chest there is like a chest or drawer type thing at the bottom of the bed, though.
She goes, opens the wardrobe.
Wardrobe is unlocked. Wardrobe is also empty.
It's a Kadruil-sized bed.
It is a Kadruil-sized bed, actually.
She goes and looks under the bed.
Roll perception.
I go and sit on it and bounce up and down and just sort of enjoy that it's like a my-sized bed, just for a moment.
Roll perception. It's over. Ooh.
She
Tell
sees
me
my ankle.
everything. I finally...
Alright. So, Silver, you sort of look under the bed, and for a moment, you don't see anything. And then you see what appears to be some sort of, like runic magic carving and symbols and things that they do strike you as something that would be like a magic or runic carving of some persuasion, and it's sitting sort of at the head of the bed under it, and it doesn't appear to be active or anything, but it is clearly some sort of magic runic symbol of some persuasion that you don't know, unless you want to roll Arcana.
Are you even trained in it? No.
You could always get Locke in here. He's still back with the bear.
Locke.
I come in.
Okay.
Essentially, I'm just kind of passively following everyone around.
Yeah.
Does Luck have a reaction to me sitting on the corner of the bed, bouncing up and down incessantly?
He gives you a thumbs up.
I give him a thumbs up back while continuing to bounce. Pointy, pointy, pointy.
Okay, yeah, Silver, what is it?
Well, whenever Cat decides to stop, can you look under the bed?
Yeah, sure. What am I looking at?
Magic.
Okay, I look.
Yep, there's a magic carving of some sort down there. Roll Arcana.
18.
The symbol is a little off because it's in a language you don't know, but it strikes you that this particular runic carving of some persuasion would be akin to some sort of divination or detection magic of some kind.
Huh. This is, it's either divination or detection. Not really sure which, though.
Well, I mean, detection would be a subset of divination, but yeah.
Ah, okay.
I'm going to lay across the foot of the bed on my stomach and, like, peer down around. What y'all looking at?
We're looking at a thing that does magic things. Keep bouncing, buddy.
Okay.
Alright.
Squeaky,
I don't really know what else it does aside from that, though, unfortunately.
With an 18, and the fact that you've done a little bit of it yourself and been exposed to weird avenues of it, though it is in a language that you don't know, you get the distinct impression that it reminds you of some form of, like, scrying or the sort of magic eyes that would be perceiving things. There's something about it that's about perceiving something.
All I can really say for sure is that this thing's about perceiving, maybe scrying or observing or spying. Huh. I get the impression that Razzo's replacer probably isn't all that trusting of his guests.
Would its perception be at disadvantage since it's under a bed?
Well, considering his perception wouldn't necessarily be using sight, no.
Oh, okay.
And then there's the disembodied Razzo voice. Now, I did not put that there. So yes, you would probably be right.
Alright.
Also, are we just going to explore all the rooms, or are we going to go where we need to go?
Sorry. I hop
We're
off.
not gonna get surprised, so yes, we're gonna go through every single room.
She gets like this, just roll with it.
He rolls a nat 20. Now what?
Alright, so where are we going next then?
She goes up here and opens this door. She wants to know why this room was locked.
Okay. Open up that door. It opens up just fine. It appears to be a closet of some persuasion.
Walk-in closet the size of a bathroom. Good lord.
Yep. As soon as my...
A better question would be, why does the public meeting room, agenda room, go into the bathroom, but the guest bedroom does not?
Nah.
The guest has to interrupt the meeting to go pee. What the heck?
It's a power move.
Okay, I see that.
Yeah.
I could see
He
that
and
from
the
this
boss-
character, yeah.
Even the boss's coffee to assert dominance. You're the boss now.
Alright, so, yeah. If you want to take a look at the very large walk-in closet, you can roll investigation, Silver.
I'm gonna lay down on the bed until people decide which way to go.
Silver being all meticulous and stiff.
I'm just gonna go open these up. Like, what is this?
Oh, okay.
What? The fuck? The fuck? The fuck is in the air. The fuck? There's fucking everywhere.
What's funny is I've talked to Daniel about random stupid ideas turning into Disney musical moments out of this story so far, so yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah, like
actually
what? Give me an example.
Like a
fun. I might try and run with it at some point. It's better to surprise you.
Oh no.
Suffice it to say, if I do actually do it, you'll probably say, "Excuse me," walk across the room and scream. It'll be great.
Alright. So, Silver, you open up the chests and wardrobes and things. Yeah, roll investigation to look through them. There doesn't appear to be very much in them other than, like, cloth and recently washed bedding and other such things.
And what's a Bjorn doing?
And what is Bjorn doing?
Guess Bjorn will be hanging out. He was standing guard.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, Silver. You sort of look through the cloths and other such things, and you find that there is yet another magic runic carving in the bottom of this little wardrobe bin thing that you're in up here. It looks decidedly different from the last one that was under the bed. I suppose you want to call your magic-y person to find out if he can arcana it.
Yes.
I will come and I will see if I can arcana it.
Yes.
Someone solid lock. 22.
22. Alright.
I may be a wizard, but I did spend a fuck ton of time reading magic books when I was a kid. I know a thing or two about ancient shit.
Alright, so the last one was vaguely of... It was, again, language and the way it was organized didn't really match anything that you knew, but you sort of picked up on divination. This one strikes you as something more related to conjuration.
Careful around this one. It's conjuration. I imagine maybe it'll summon a thing to thwack us, like, I don't know, an air elemental maybe. I don't know, just feel the need to say that. And
Hey Bjorn, it might conjure a giant, wonderful sandwich.
Well, then, there's only one too.
We need your protection.
Let's not fuck with this, and I step away from it.
Well, at least we've explored everything in the general vicinity of this room. Says Oak that I'm going to pretend it's in the room the whole time.
Okay.
Shall we go upstairs then? Or did we lose a Sam? What?
No, I'm still here.
Yeah, I say let's head upstairs.
Yeah.
But there's still one more door.
You can explore the door
Yeah.
down there.
She
All
just
right,
walks
fair
around
enough.
and just like, goes into this door.
Are you kicking it open? Or are you...
No, she's
not?
checking to see if it's locked.
Nope, it's not locked.
She opens it.
It's a very empty, bland room.
Boring.
This is sad.
Okay, I guess we can go upstairs finally.
Alright, let's go upstairs finally.
Cat'll poke his head in. Can I smell the room?
Sure, perception.
Yay. 21. Take your pick.
Left 21 or right 21?
Yeah.
I
This-
prefer.
This room is fairly bland and simple.
Aww. Musty room. Okay.
Upstairs you go. Hooray. Long hallways
I have
and
a
another
warm cooling boa.
long hallways and another foyer and another bear rug.
It's an identical floor.
It is an identical.
It's an escape the mansion puzzle.
Alright, so if I'm understanding this right, that's like a railing that lets us look down at the floor we just came up from. Is that what we're looking at right there?
Yep.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I was understanding what was on the map there, right?
Razzo comes up the steps and he's like, "Okay, guys, we want to get this done." And he sort of snaps his fingers, reappears as his invisibility drops. I can lead you straight there. If you want to be curious and explore my house later, go right ahead.
Fair enough.
And Razzo will reappear and he will be here. And he will make his way this way. And this particular hallway will actually jump up here to another set of rooms. Because strangely enough, the upper floor is bigger than the bottom floor. Slightly. Because I don't think there's a staircase that leads up to the central. Yeah, no. Okay, so Razzo just
I guess we're just Razzo.
Razzo just reappeared and is off going down the hallway. Although you do not hear his step, you just see him go.
Following him.
Yeah.
Young gonna or Silver gonna follow.
Yeah.
You can go buy a land, bitches.
As soon as we're all in the hallway, both ends shut, and we hear "mwahaha" as the doors close in, or as the walls close in.
That would be mean.
Oh.
No.
Deeply unfortunate.
Final Fantasy did it.
Razzo makes his way down this hallway to this other ornate door, and he's like, "Alright, so if my old friend," he actually does the air quotes with his fingers for friend, "if my old friend has any sort of intelligence at all, which based on all the lack of guards here he does not, there will at least be another guard in here somewhere. I can... You know what? Fine." And he sort of snaps his fingers again, and his little ring that he has on his fingers flashes, and Locke, you see his eyes sort of flash a blue color. There. This'll help. If he has any, like, wayward guards that are sucking at their job and trying to hide invisibly, I'll be able to see them just fine. That way I can indicate them for you from the get-go. And then he's sort of, it's clear that he's frustrated and he wanted you guys to get through with this a lot faster. But at the same time, as he's doing his little tirade of a mini temper tantrum, he sort of stops. And there's a brief moment when he's looking towards the back of the line.
Oh.
And then he just sort of shakes his head and moves on. Okay. I certainly don't want to be the one to go through this door, because if he sees me, he's most definitely going to know that something's up. And that I'm involved. I don't want that to be the case. That's why I was trying to do things stealthily and have you guys do all the work. But you were taking your sweet ass time. So. And
Everyone else started exploring shit.
You're kind of leading the way.
Before we even started the encounter, you were like, "Go check the door, keep exploring." We just ignored it.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna operate off of a hunch here. I'm gonna turn back to face the back of the line, and I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and just start slapping at the air behind us.
okay.
Is anyone there? Is there some invisible fuckwat there?
No. Though roll Arcana
Okay.
to see how dexterous you are with your mage hand.
Oh boy. 14.
Okay, yeah. There doesn't seem to be anybody there. Okay. So he sort of steps away from the doors a little bit, and he indicates for Bjorn or whoever wants to make their way forward to go in first.
Silver, want to kick in the door?
I don't know. Can I get through?
It might take you some time, but yes, you could go through.
I don't know. There's an elephant in my way.
You can pass through teammate spaces. It just counts as difficult terrain. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It would technically take you a full dash action to get to the door.
Sure.
I'll like kneel down so she can leapfrog over the others.
Haha. Alright. So, Silver...
Anything happens as I get up to the door?
Nope. Not that you can see. And he, as you pass by, Razzo goes, and I already unlocked it for you. So
She
you should
just
be good with
palms his face behind her. Just get out of my way.
Meanwhile, Yang at the back of the line's like, how did he... And she sort of pats at herself and... Damn it!
No boundaries.
So, yeah. You can make your way inside.
Does he do anything as she just, like, pushes him behind her, like, shut up?
Yeah, he does.
What?
Bye. He goes invisible and disappears.
I thought he just, like, teleported away.
Nope. Well, you're not entirely... Well, he just disappears. I'll say that. He disappears.
Does Kadruil notice what's going on?
I mean, I'm sure he would. It's right in front of him.
Specifically with that? I feel like out of character I have an idea what happened. I'm wondering if Kadruil would come to the same conclusion.
What sort of conclusion is it? I guess roll intelligence, if you think that would be sufficient.
Didn't hear his footsteps coming down the hall. As soon as someone made physical contact, he poofed. I call shenanigans, like officially forthright shenanigans. Nat 20.
Do I need to roll an insight check then, since I touched him? Or something?
Technically, it would be... Technically, it's investigation. For precisely what Kenneth is referring to. But because you touched him, I'll give you advantage.
Oh, thank goodness. Ah,
He just disappeared.
she doesn't care. She's still gonna boot it.
Okay, roll strength.
Flies off its hinges.
No, that would be like a nat 20.
It kicks in, and the dude that you bonked in the nose twice, it hits him.
There?
That'll be perfect.
It would
Honestly.
make no sense for him to be here. Actually, kind of would, but he's not. Anyway, so you kick in the door, and you have a master bedroom, and 15. You sort of dropped your innate thought of trying to stealth or anything of the sort. So you slam in the door, and as you do so, there's a moment. 16. All right. So there's a stumble from the bed, and behind the bed, he doesn't really get a chance to hide, and you see a goblin in what could be fancy sleepwear. Sure. Yeah.
We're here to collect that debt, Razzo.
He is looking right at you. And unless you want to say anything different to the matter, this would translate into a potential combat. If you don't want to necessarily fight him right out of the gate, you have a chance to say something to him, Silver, because you're the one in the door.
Humanoid?
He is humanoid, yes. Well, goblinoid, but yes.
Old person.
Ooh.
Okay.
Old person. Always.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw. What's your DC?
15.
Ah.
Yay for being proficient in that.
Slippery snails, Batman.
So yeah, if you go cast a spell and it fails like that, we are going to go into initiative. Because he knows magic and how it works.
Oh.
Aw.
Why did you make a sad sound?
I don't feel good about that number.
Some people consider it lucky.
I do, but there's only one of them.
Maybe you were slightly distracted by your almost singed antler.
Yeah, I'm still upset about that, Locke.
I'm sorry.
Definitely having words set back at the tavern.
First to go is Locke, who's halfway down the line.
Mine's 15. Yeah, the cat goes first.
Okay.
Go
You
fuck 'em up,
see,
elephant man.
you see Silver kick in the door, and she immediately goes into her always hold person and fails. Or well, I guess you technically wouldn't know if she failed or not, but you have first turn.
So I can push through narrow corridor and get into a room?
Yes. What's your movement? 50?
Yeah.
10, 20, 10, 15, 25. Yeah, you can definitely get in the room, pushing past Bjorn and Silver.
Oh, pardon me. Oh, excuse me. Hi. Razzo, right?
So he's a goblin, and he was looking and staring down Silver. He shrugged off her whole person, and then this giant Loxodon comes charging into the room. And he sort of... There's this ever so brief moment where he does an almost adorable, like, fearful ears droop. But then he shakes it off.
How much movement would I have remaining?
You did 20, 25, 30, 35 to get precisely where you are, technically.
Okay. So I have 15 foot left.
Yeah.
You have a really comfortable bed downstairs.
I do. Yes. Yes, I do.
That's my turn.
Locke.
I'm gonna go ahead and come right up to behind Bjorn. I'm gonna like put my wrist on his shoulder, pointing my index and middle fingers at a goblin fucker, and cast Blight at him. Am I within range for that? The range on Blight is 30 feet. Am I within 30 feet of him?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will rolleth the Blight. Constitution saving throw, DC 14. Okay, so he passes. He still takes half damage, which is 13.
Alrighty.
And I guess after that, I will then duck fully behind Bjorn and use him as my human meat shield for the round. And that is my turn.
Silver.
Can I get up to him within 30 feet?
Yeah.
I mean, like, up. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, she's just gonna kind of saunters up to him. He's a lot shorter than she is, right?
Yep, he's a goblin. You're medium.
Yeah. Sure, why not?
Okay.
I'm not gonna play nice today.
Do you ever play nice?
Sometimes.
Have either of the characters you have had in this campaign so far play nice?
It depends on when they hit their final form.
Alright.
She seems to always have like one extra layer of Super Saiyan up her sleeve.
Make a charisma saving throw,
I know.
goblin.
I know.
Fuck. Oh well.
Now, Silver,
What?
you cast up your necrotic shroud. You look all intimidating and terrifying, and you're like that shadowy energy that you use to broadcast this intimidating presence. It actually goes around towards him and then bounces away as if it was refracted like an rebounded like an opposite magnet. I will tell you that due to the nature of one particularly weird ability he has, even if he'd have failed that save, you still wouldn't have frightened him. He's immune to being frightened. So, but you didn't know that, and it gives you bonus damage, so it's fine otherwise. It's not like he's immune to necrotic damage.
And that would just be mean.
Young.
Shanky.
That is, let's see. That is 10, 15, 20, 30, 5, dash, bonus action dash. And she gets to about here, and she's not quite in range. Actually, no. She's gonna go over the bed and actually get in range. She just can't
Why?
do. She just can't do flurry. So she is going to a bop. That will hit him. Okay. And Young is on top of the bed. Oak is going to make his way through his friends and get up to the doorway. And he is going to cast up Spiritual Weapon and summon basically a kendo staff with like an oak leaf at the end, and he's gonna bop him in the head with an oak leaf. It almost looks like a lollipop, but it has an oak leaf instead of a lollipop. Boop! That'll hit him. Spiritual Weapon is 1d8 plus spell attack modifier thing. 5. So it now goes to a Bjorn.
Bjorn. Beautiful. I'm just going to try to beat the man into unconsciousness with my sword.
Swing with sword. That'll definitely hit.
Get rid of that.
Smite him.
This is, of course, non-lethal.
No. 7 is your damage. You got 2 attacks, yes?
Yep. Sure did.
Alrighty.
Smite him.
A smite, you say?
Do more damage.
You're not wrong. Yeah, alright. Okay. We'll expend a spell slot to do a divine smite on this next hit.
Alright. That'll hit.
Okay. So I'll do the weapon damage. 8. Plus the 2d8.
What level were you doing the smite? Just a level?
Just a level 1, yeah.
Alright.
So 8 and 9.
Okay. So, it is Mr. Goblin Razzo's turn. And what he will do, he sort of sees the predicament that he is in. And he is going to, for a brief moment, those of you who are close enough to him, Bjorn and Silver, you see that he sort of reaches into, technically he reaches to a pouch that is wrapped around his leg inside his, basically, sleep clothes that doesn't have pockets. And he brings out something in his hand, crushes it. Silver, yeah, pretty much. Silver, you notice that there's a distinct, especially when he crushes it, there's a distinct smell that you actually recognize from when you were in the Green Order. And
What? Oh, right.
he literally will snort it like you would some sort of drug as a bonus action. And then those of you that are in and around where he is, make for me a dexterity saving throw.
So literally everyone but me and maybe Oak.
Everyone that's in and around the bed, it wouldn't include Cad either.
Okay.
Dexterity?
There we go.
Dexterity saving throw.
Plus
Oh, no.
5 to that. I mean, plus 4. So that's
Uh,
9.
Damn.
Alright. And Young as well. And then...
Well, I'm standing on a bed, so hopefully that will help cushion the impact.
Plus
Okay.
4.
Yeah, I know. Alright. So, yeah, this is the second floor of a house, and he just cast Earthquake. And very much
Oh, we're
like...
gonna fall through.
And very much like in Jumanji when an earthquake hit the house when they were in the attic, everyone that is in around this bed is going to fall to the floor below.
Landing on the bed.
I do a 3-point landing.
Oh yeah, Silver's fine. And so's Young.
Bjorn,
As she's falling gracefully to the floor below, if there's a little mouse, can she like back handspring and catch it?
No.
But she's really good at that. Okay, anyway.
Okay, and he's fine too. So this area comes crashing down and is now a hole. That, let's see, technically where it will land. Yeah, that is sort of where it lands because of the layers of the map. You guys are now all the way back in technically the dining room. Or the edges of it anyway.
Oh shit.
Boop. Somewhere around there.
Nice.
Okay. Cat.
What happened to Bjorn?
Oh, right, Bjorn.
Yeah. I feel like I probably didn't land gracefully.
You take an extra 5 damage when you hit the edge of the... Actually, ow. Okay, so you don't land very gracefully. The debris of the hole sort of messes you up. The bed is mostly destroyed, and so like the debris of the bed lands on top of you, and you sort of clunk the side of your head against the dining table.
Oh shit.
But you have a helmet, so you're mostly fine and just take 5 damage.
I'm just like really, really rattled for a minute.
Yeah.
Earthquake doesn't knock you prone or anything?
He would be prone, yes. You guys wouldn't, but he would. Earthquake, normally what it does is it causes fissures and things when you're outside and knocks you prone and all that other fun stuff. But because it was inside a house, mostly you're going to get, you know, if you're on the upper floors of the house, you're going to destroy part of the house.
Right. Makes
so,
sense.
Cat, what are you doing?
I'm feeling particularly lucky, I guess. Can I, like, jump onto the Razzo?
Belly flop.
Belly flop Razzo? Yeah, sure. Roll acrobatics. You could totally rage and get advantage if you want. Or not acrobatics, athletics, rather. Sorry. Roll athletics, because it is technically a jump. And if you want to rage beforehand, you'll get advantage, because it's a strength thing.
Yeah, he just ruined this dude's house that we're trying to help, so... Rawr! 11.
That's the thing. I still don't trust that we're, like, fully helping the, quotation, good guy.
Well, I went in like, hey, what's up? And everyone started beating him up, so let's follow Silver's logic from earlier, and, well, if everyone else is doing it. Poke, are you still alive? Poke.
Hold person first, ask questions later.
Well, that's the reason. She was going to hold person so we can tie him up, and then we could have asked questions, but no! Someone had fucking beefed out wisdom.
I made it a contested check against his own dexterity save, and you beat him even with your 11. So, roll me a...
How much damage does he take from a second floor elephant?
Roll me 2d6.
Oh, dude, bro.
Alright. Locke, you just saw an elephant.
I'm still basically pinning him down, though, right?
Yes, you would be. Yes.
So I'm okay with this.
This is a grapple set right in. This is a grapple set right into a pin, and yeah, he's pretty much not in a good position at the moment. Locke, you just saw your buddy go belly flop into the hole.
Oh, and my swirling protectors would be out, and I'd be foaming at the mouth and snarling.
Yeah. So he went. He ran to the hole, trumpeted, spectral protectors, and then belly flop into the hole and disappears.
What a good mental image.
I'm going to have Locke kind of
come into the room and look down the hole at the scene below and just be kind of like, do I have a clear shot at pinned Razzo from here? Or is
Razzo
he too
is
covered
much-
by people?
Razzo's much smaller than Big Elephant that landed on top of him, so not really.
How far down of a drop is it?
It's less than. I mean, it's just a second floor, and I already previously mentioned that the ceilings were like 8 feet tall, so it's a little less than a 10-foot drop. Not too bad.
Give me just a second. I'm checking the thing.
You can jump on an elephant. I'm fluffy.
Alright, yeah, I guess Locke is gonna be like, Geronimo! And like, just follow Cad down. Just like,
Roll.
add his minuscule weight to the body pile.
Roll athletics.
Okay. Athletics. I have a -2 in this. That's a natural 20.
Cad makes no effort to dodge.
I'm just
Right.
adding my
Tiny
weight
man
to
to
the pile.
forward.
You totally land precisely where you wanted to. Wherever that is.
Hi! Right on Cad's back, just sort of like hugging him back. Hi, what'd I miss?
I just sort of look up at you. And then look back down at Goblin.
Good talk.
Silver.
So
All
he's
right.
pinned?
Yes, very much pinned.
Smothered.
Kinda.
Can I see him?
Bits of him.
You're not. You actually landed gracefully, and you're not on the pile, so you can see him. Yes. Well,
What's he doing?
parts of him, I should say. But yes.
What parts? What parts do I see?
Left leg, left arm.
Sure. Yeah.
I was really hoping for a head.
Well,
Okay.
That'd be too easy.
Otherwise, he'd be suffocating. So yeah, you can see his head. Sure.
I'm
rather
going to
than-
light my blade on fire and like kind of point it to his jugular.
Okay.
We're gonna stop this fight now. Don't you agree?
Let's see. He's technically immune to the fear condition by virtue of being immune to frightened, but he could totally be intimidated. Roll intimidate and have advantage.
Yes. Given everything that's happened, yeah.
18.
All right. So, you will say that you're ready to end the fight. We're going to end this fight now. Wouldn't you agree? And he's, yeah. Maybe an earthquake wasn't the best idea.
You think?
I wasn't expecting an elephant. Ow.
I trumpet with victory.
Yeah, just stay there, Dad.
I nod. Still sort of foaming at the mouth.
So, what's your name?
Razzo. Why are you even here?
Is it Razzo?
And as you say, is it Razzo, there is a sort of disembodied clap and reappearing of the halfling as he's down here already with you. Oak's, by the way, at the top of the hole.
How close is he? If he's within 60 feet, I'm casting Zone of Truth.
Halfling Razzo should totally have been sitting in a chair with his feet up on the edge of the table.
Oh yeah, he totally
I
was.
can totally imagine doing that right over there, yeah, right at that chair at the end of the table from where we are.
It just sounds like something he would do.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Well, he's in my circle, so come on at me. Oh wait, no he's not.
What's this, 60 feet square? Or 60 feet circle?
I can cast it 60 feet within me, but it has to be a 15-foot square.
Okay, yeah. So over here at the
Or
end of the
sphere.
table, over here at the end of the table, and then a reappearing in the chair with his feet up on top of the table.
Actually, if I cast it on the table, it should get us.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wait, is it for 15-foot radius sphere?
It would hit both, barely.
Yeah.
Zone of truth.
It's a 15-foot. It would be a
Radius.
15-foot radius sphere.
So it would hit both if she hit the middle,
Yeah,
because they're like
radius.
exactly 30 feet apart.
All right.
Okay.
So
Woo.
you cast up Zone of Truth.
Everyone give me fucking charisma checks.
Alrighty.
Everyone down here.
Saving
anyway.
throws or checks?
Saving throw.
Oh, a save?
Yes.
Add 7 to that.
15 from me.
So 30.
Um,
Why do you have a +7 to charisma save? Jesus.
3 from proficiency and 4 because you're here.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
fine.
I also get
Yeah.
some from silver, don't I? So 19 from me technically.
Bjorn still
Mhm.
fails.
Oh no!
He's still rattled from banging his head off the table during the fall.
Bjorn should not have had so much pork.
that was Yong, so Yong's fine. And Oak's not in range because he's still up top.
That's fine.
And then we do.
The Razzos. Half a Razzo and Gabo Razzo.
One of them's better at charisma than the other. I find that funny, and that makes a lot of sense.
Okay,
Okay.
which ones can lie? Which one can lie?
That's not fun.
You're able to tell from Zone of Truth who is affected.
Yep.
I believe.
An affected creature is aware of the spell,
Right.
and also I know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. So which one fails?
The one
Or
that failed.
succeeds, or whatever.
The one that failed was the one with the better charisma, Halfling Razzo.
So this little fucker can lie to us, as she points to the goblin. That fucker over there can't.
He's or the Halfling Razzo sort of looks up, sort of eyes around as he makes do with the spell taking effect and whatnot. Not bad. You're a bit clever than I give you credit for.
Now, can we set things straight?
Both Razzos look up at the giant hole in their collective house.
So, you want to know who the real... This is Goblin Razzo. You want to know who the real Razzo is?
You can lie. Give me a minute. She looks at the other Razzo and be like, "Is your name Razzo?"
Yes, my name is in fact Razzo.
Okay.
I don't have a token for him, but because it's a race that is not super common enough for me to do that with. But Goblin Razzo alter self thing goes away, and he is actually not even a goblin. He's a blinkling, and he looks nothing like Razzo.
Ooh.
What's your game here? He's looking at Razzo.
Razzo's looking at Razzo.
The blinkling who was Razzo is now looking at the halfling.
Who is Razzo?
Who is Razzo? Yes.
Yeah, simple because I gave a yes or no answer. I mean, question.
Well, I suppose I have a rather obnoxious spell in my repertoire, in my presence at the moment. I was testing you. All of you.
Testing?
Rubidiga?
Rutabagas?
You were testing us.
It's simple. One, I had to be sure that you could do a job when asked, and he looked at you sober pointedly. And I had to be sure that you were worth the bounty, which you are. This town's already mine. I can have it back whenever I
And
want.
so
it.
who is this sad little fuck right here?
Like I said, that wasn't a lie. He's the person who betrayed me. He helped keep me alive when I was dying of old age. He just stole my life out from under me. That wasn't a lie.
What? I'm sorry, I'm becoming confused. What the hell is happening?
This was an audition, apparently. And a trap.
Yeah.
Probably like one of those things.
You know what? Barlin, you are a garbage druid anyway. I would expect better from you anyway. Besides, you know what you have access to here. Why would you use Earthquake to get to the floors below? Destroy part of the You're worthless. Just as I would have deemed you were. Razzo, Halfling Razzo, is going to step away from the... sort of get his feet off the table and make a move to go down towards the bookcase. There is a moment when people have a chance to try to do something else if they want to.
Can I get up to him?
You totally could.
Alright, is anyone else wanting to do anything?
I feel like walking where Razzo is going right now is probably a good idea. Until we have a better idea of what the fuck. Just a little bit like...
By all technicality, he rolled initiative earlier and was doing things on his one round, so you guys would technically have a better initiative than him. So you can totally get to him before he gets to where he was going, which is the bookcase.
The turn order is still going? I had non-combat music going because I thought we were out of combat.
No, things changed.
Things changed, but I will probably reset the turn order and make a moment for this particular kind of combat to end or change. Bjorn, you're stepping in front of the book. Where are you going, Silver?
Oh, she was like... So the halfling is going towards the bookcase?
Yes.
She's going to get behind him.
And Bjorn would go in front of him as he was making his way to the bookcase.
Well, that's not done. She's going to go up behind him and cast Branding Smite.
Ooh.
Oh, going in hard, huh?
What does that do?
Makes him
at a
hurt.
level... No. Casting it at a level 3.
Okay. Oh.
Let me take a look at something real quick.
Hard.
Okay, good.
Would Kadruil be raging, or would I have chilled by now?
I think you would have chilled.
There was well more than 6 seconds for your rage to end.
I mean, I was aggressively squatting, but okay. I guess that makes sense.
We were playing around with the idea that as long as you remained hostile, your rage would remain, so...
I'm like digging my butt cheeks into him.
I guess technically you did never get off of him until Razzo showed up, or at all, so... fine. You still have rage.
See, here was the thing. I was going to say if I was still raging, then I'm pinning him down, but if my rage had ended, then I would act differently, so I don't... That's why I can tell
we haven't made any statements saying that
I think you can decide for yourself if you want your rage to have ended.
Because we were sitting here talking for a minute.
And you didn't contribute if you...
So yeah, I guess retcon, we're downstairs, what? And then when he gets up and walks towards the bookshelf, I guess I would say, Can I borrow those books that I grabbed earlier? Do you mind?
Alright. Fine. So, we'll get to that in a minute. You most definitely hit him, Silver.
That's going to be cast at a level 3.
So you Divine Smite and Branding Smite.
Divine Branding Smite of Doom. Whoosh.
Okay.
So first, he takes 22 damage.
Alright.
That's 48 radiant damage for my smite. Is it 48? Yeah, because it's a level 3.
Yeah.
That's 2. Takes 28 radiant damage.
21.
And then since I cast... Yeah, 21. And then since I cast Branding Smite, do an extra 2d6, but since it casted at 3rd, I get an 3d6. Another 11 on top.
Okay.
Can she like spit on him as a bonus action or something?
Technically it was a bonus action.
And don't forget.
Yeah. Was it plus 8 because necrotic shout? Or
yeah. 8 necrotic.
52 points of damage.
More than that.
piss Silver off by trying to capture her.
I guess.
Alright.
fair.
How long does Necrotic Shroud last?
It lasts for a minute, so that's why that's why I was gonna ask whether or not has it been more than a minute.
Okay, yeah. You would be on the cusp of the end of it at this point.
And guess
Wow.
with that, she just pours the rest of her necrotic in and the wings just dissipate.
Alright.
Yeah, no, she's angry. The moment he said bounty and stuff, and worth my bounty, so I'm not playing.
Alright.
Is he alive?
Yeah, he is.
Now he's
So-
happy though.
So,
62 damage on a surprise round.
No,
well, not really.
probably
surprising.
not a surprise.
What I'm going to do here,
I mean, I do have one more sword attack.
you do. Want to swing again?
Do it!
Sure.
Fuck him up!
It's been
22?
time.
You do hit him.
I can still add another smite to this.
Do it! Do it! Fuck him up!
So this time it's just gonna be a.
He wants the bounty, he's gonna get everything you're worth.
This is what happens if you just think about using my bounty. And it's gonna be a level 2 smite, so that gives me
I have a
3d8.
question.
Yes.
Is Divine... Okay, Divine Smite's a spell feature. It's not technically a spell. Okay, never mind. Move
No,
on.
it's just whenever I hit with a melee attack, I can expend one spell slot.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, do your Divine Smite then.
Another 16 damage.
That's what, 30 points for that second swing?
14.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 30 on top of
92 is the running total.
fucking hell.
I mean,
Alright.
just wait until she gets access to her 4th level spells.
And then as a
She'll
bonus,
Yeah.
Alright, so...
as a bonus action, she's like, just wait till my
Is
next
he
initiative.
toasty? Is he a bit toasty?
No, he's not.
He's not toasty at all.
He's you took a sizable chunk of his health, but he's not dead or anything.
Just like is there like radiant smoke coming off of him?
Alright.
Holy smokes! Get it? Because it's like fire and holy. Holy smokes.
Alright, so was Bjorn's intent to go to him and attack, or was Bjorn's intent to go into him and block?
I was blocking his path.
Okay.
That's what I was going for.
Alright.
So is this the part where we reroll initiative? Or we
This
keep
is
it
the
in
part.
order?
This is the part where we would technically reroll initiative, and I'm going to go ahead and end it here once this initiative is rolled.
Alright.
CAD want book, not combat.
That's fair.
Oh,
Oh
oh,
no!
oh.
Oh no! It was going so well.
Silver's
It
out of
was going-
stamina.
Oh,
You can
Yeah,
lay
yeah,
an entire forest to waste with but a single command word.
You like popped a gasket or something.
Cue the like Mario Brothers sound of getting hit from Super Mario. It's like brr, brr, brr,
she
and
pretty
she's
much
tiny.
talked everything into that attack in that one round.
Alright.
So now
So-
what you do is deception checks. Do you want me to do that again? Because I can. I totally can. I don't have to rest.
What?
Intimidation check. Then they would have to make an insight check against me.
Really? Really? My two NPCs that are the bad guys roll the same. My two NPCs that are the good guys roll the same.
Oh, I would also like to note he's glowing. He has a 5-foot radius, and he cannot become invisible until
know.
the spell ends.
I saw that.
19, 19, 10, 10, 10, 10. And then if you add the 1 to one of the 19s, 20, 20.
Can we all roll? There's too many 10s.
Alright. So,
Yeah, no, this is her like neutral side coming out, so it just like self-worth. Just like,
Right.
oh, he just checked out if I'm worth my bounty. I need to survive. I can do one more second level spell, but that's it.
I would also like to point out something right quick, because this would become
Oh.
glaringly obvious. Silver. So when there's this nice little tidbit to your branding smite, your big hurrah, your big kaboom thing.
Yeah.
It's all in one hit.
Yeah,
Right?
I know.
It's all in one blow. The reason he tanked your hit so well, it still very much hit him. But the reason he tanked your hit so well is because when you struck him from behind with your branding smite, he full on reached his hand backward, caught your blade, and moved with it.
What ability lets him do that?
Uncanny dodge. He took half damage on your first hit. Because Mr. Bozo is a rogue. Specifically of the arcane trickster variety. But anyway, that's why it seemed like he could tank your hits so much. He could only do that once per turn, because it uses his reaction to do. But, yeah. Moving on from that, we will go
Like, now am I worth the bounty?
we will have to see where it goes with the turn orders and the things and the stuff. Because, ow, good God, that hurt. The first hit was 62, and the second hit was 30.
So, if you took half of the first one, it's going to be 31 plus another 30. So he still takes 61 damage.
Impressive number, to be sure.
That will be where we go into next time. Let's
Oops.
do next time from... This has been Shadows from Kenneth, and next time from Sam.
This has been Shadows of Gradiriel.
And next time to see whether or not we get out of this alive.
Yeah,
We
it'll be-
probably will.
This will be fun.
Well, just attack someone who hired us to kill the other guy. Who turns out
Yeah.
had tricked all of us.
Someone who said he already had control of the town.
Little dick.